If you haven't watched Self-Made, hey, that Netflix series, if you haven't watched it, what have you been doing with your life this quarantine period? Like, oh, that movie was on fire!
I said it with my chest and I don't care who I offend.
Welcome back to my channel. This is Rural Exit with Uyime Ajufo, where we are all about being better than where we came from. So today we decided to, do it a bit different. The weather is cold, the weather is creamy, and we decided to do a movie review. And I'll be reviewing Self-Made. It's a true life story that was inspired by Madam C.J Walker. Yes, it's actually a series, but good news, guys, before you get scared. It's just 4 episodes. Epic, exquisite, beautiful, mind-blowing 4 episodes. It's actually on Netflix, but I feel like you could get it on other platforms. I'm sure you can get it on other platforms. And the most exciting thing about it, it's a typical rural exit kind of movie.
Seems like I was born to struggle. Life of a washerwoman is hard.
It's about a poor woman who did her best, who worked hard, just to make it in life, and became the first ever black self-made millionaire. Woo!
Famed Negro beauty culturist Madam C.J Walker is America's first self-made female millionaire, establishing the Madam C.J Walker Manufacturing Company a mere 2 years ago.
It's a movie that shows what women have to go through to actually be ahead, to actually make it. It's a good movie. It's actually a great movie. The first major lesson that I learned from watching this amazing movie, to be successful in life, you don't need to have brilliant ideas. Let me just summarize the movie. Spoiler alert, guys. Sorry. If you haven't watched it before, just enjoy the spoiler alert. So, quickly, Madam C.J Walker was a very black woman, who was in a way ugly. Yeah, she was in a way ugly because she didn't really have much money. She didn't have money. She was a washerwoman, which in present terms we'll call laundry woman. She washed people's clothes for just a cent. Yeah, that was how poor she was. And because she couldn't take care of herself, it showed in her hair. Her hair wasn't really good. And then one day, one white woman, not necessarily white, but half black, half white. So with that beautiful hair, that kind of white, kind of black woman knocked at her door, and wow, beautiful, slim, fair, long hair. What again do you expect from like your perfect kind of woman? Knocked at her door, and she was selling an hair product, and she decided to, treat Madam C.J Walker's hair for an exchange with washing her clothes. This woman's name was Addie. So now that was how the exchange went. So she was treating Madam C.J Walker's hair, and in exchange, Madam C.J Walker was washing her clothes for free. She started doing this hair for Madam C.J Walker, and it was really working out. Madam C.J Walker's hair was really growing, and it was really nice. And Madam C.J Walker reached out to her and said, you know what? Can I market your products, please? I would love to market it. Besides, I've already started, and I've referred you to about 6 people. And this woman was like,
Are you out of your mind? Even in your Sunday best, you look like you just stepped off the plantation. These are my products, and I will not have the likes of you associated with them.
This really hurts Madam C.J Walker, and it hurts me. It hurts me. To the essence that Madam C.J Walker had to steal a product. I wouldn't necessarily say she stole it. Guilty as charged. I would say she borrowed it because Madam C.J Walker ended up returning the money. She had the intention of returning the money, and she returned the money just to prove to this woman that she could actually market a product. So she took some of her product and she marketed it, and she brought back the money. But even with that, the woman refused because she didn't want her brand to be associated with ugly black women, round, big, black, and all. She didn't want her brand to be associated with that. So she still refused. And then getting to the point, about you don't really need an idea. Up until the 4th episode, which was the ending of the movie, I didn't know Madam C.J Walker actually stole this woman's formula. It was discovered that she stole the formula after her husband betrayed her. Yes, her husband betrayed her. Crazy guy. I'll talk about him later. And in my mind, I was like, wow, Madam C.J. Walker already made so much money, way more than that woman could ever dream. Became the first ever self-made millionaire before people realized that she stole the formula. And then it just got to me, wow, you don't really need an original idea to become rich. You don't really need an original idea to be successful. What you need is hard work and consistency. So if you don't have an original idea, from this movie, I learned, don't kill yourself. Start what somebody else is doing and just work harder. Very simple, my brother. You don't have to be the one to invent the car that will fly. You don't. Get the car that is moving and do Uber. And then be more consistent. Buy fleets of Uber, have people to work for you, and you will still make your money. Your car doesn't have to fly on the air. Also, another important thing I learned with this movie is the power of women. So after Madam C.J. Walker grew, she wasn't where she expected. She was just growing, her product was selling. It was amazing. But then she wanted to start a factory and she needed funding. Of course, she didn't have so much money. She needed funding. She asked everybody, and most of the people she spoke to were men, because it was mostly men who had, big organization, access to finance. They were the big directors. They were mostly men. They were the famous one. Of course, the women were always in the kitchen. She went to a conference that was just male, and she was the only female in that conference. And she did her best to speak to the organizer of the conference, who was a very influential man, but still she was turned down. The woman tried. They turned her down. They turned her down from left, right, center. They were just turning her down. And I spoke to myself. I said, how many people have even turned me down? I'm discouraged already. Just one person. But for each time they turned this woman down, she came up with a new, fresh idea on how to go ahead to meet someone else. Amazing. Amazing, guys. She went round and everybody kept refusing. Guess who came out through for her? Guess who came through for her? These women came to see. Don't underestimate the power of women working together. Don't ever underestimate it. No matter how the story of Madam C.J. Walker will go, it will always be known that it was the women who helped fund, a factory, who helped grow a factory. Finally, I want to talk about the husband. Whoever you get married to makes a very great impact in your career, in your life, in fact, in your mental state. I'm telling the gospel truth. So pray to God to help you make the right choice. You see this guy? Madam C.J. Walker she took the idea. Madam C.J. Walker did not put herself in a box. And to think that she actually came from nothing, her parents were slaves. For every achievement she made, she kept dreaming bigger. At first, selling in a town, I can't remember where her town was, selling in a town, she sold out. The next thing was to go to New York, because she went there for a vacation and then she loved New York. She saw black, elegant women. She wanted to go and sell her product. Guess who said no? Her husband. For every idea this woman has, the husband was very quick to say no. Very, very quick to say no. At the end, they will follow, but he must refuse. This woman had to be stubborn. See, if nobody has ever called you stubborn in the quest of your ambition, you've not started. I'm telling you, you've not started. See, you may cry at the end, though. You may feel bad at the end. Let me not tell you why. Should I? She died! I'm sorry! She didn't even get to live for so long. It was so annoying. I know. But yeah, but at least she made something good of her life. It's not about staying for so long on earth and not doing anything. She made something great of her life. So yeah, spoiler alert, I'm so sorry. Did I ruin it for you? So guys, what do you think about the movie review? Did I ruin it? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you've watched the movie, please just share what you think. If there's something I didn't say, that's really important, or there's something I said that you didn't notice, but then because I said it, you noticed it, share it in the comment section below. If you have any idea of great movies, inspirational movies, please put it down in the comment section below. This weather is so good. Some sun. This weather is really good. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the movie review. So till I see you next time, keep being better than where you came from. Madam C.J Walker style. Yeah, baby.